Hi,
Hi.
Heidi. Look at us. We're both like earrings.
I
Sure.
know. Showered.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Okay.
And just so you know, I have my yoga pants still on underneath.
Oh, good, good.
Yes, like this. Now we're talking to each other.
Yes.
Okay, so you got my email with the questions, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, your kitchen's so beautiful. For some reason,
Oh,
I've never seen it.
well, I'll give you a tour, but that'll take too long.
Yeah, it's beautiful. How was writing today, though?
Oh, excellent.
It was?
Like I said, I love doing your classes Tuesday and Thursdays because then I go down and take dressage because I have access to an indoor arena.
Mhm.
So it's great. I'm all limbered up and ready to ride.
And ready, and you're in your middle, right? Your space between?
Yes.
Yes.
Is totally, yeah, you've totally helped with that.
That's so awesome. I love that. I hope
Yeah.
we get into that conversation in this
Okay.
podcast. Um,
Okay.
so I'm going to just go down through the list of questions and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Sound good? Okay. So the first question is, and it's just so important because I want people to know that of all ages, people should do Age-Defy. So I ask the same question of everyone. How old are you and how long have you been doing Age-Defy?
Okay. I just turned 58 the end of March, and it's going to be 2 years in May that we've been working out together.
This year has gone by really fast, hasn't it, for
Oh, yeah,
us? Yeah.
definitely.
Because I remember I feel like it just was just a few months ago that you said, it's been a year. I've been with you
Yeah.
for a year, and now we're
Yeah.
almost at 2 years. This is crazy.
It is great.
Well, what a wonderful almost 2 years. I love being your teacher. I love having you in the community, and I just love seeing you every week, every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. So, can I ask you, what do you do for a living, and what kind of hobbies and passions do you have?
Okay. I'm a CPA that primarily does taxes. So I have 2 busy seasons and then 2 great breaks between. So I just came out of a 3 month crunch, and now I pretty much take my summers off and I jump back in to my work mode in August, September, October. So
So,
I,
do you think that the Age-Defy community and workouts got you through your tax 3 months like stressful time?
oh,
Easily.
totally.
Yeah,
Because I don't have the driving to the gym time. It's not hard on my body. Um, if I can't make a live class, I can do it on demand. It totally works out for my schedule. And as you know, when I travel for a month at a time, you provide all the classes to me. So I have you year round, whether I'm at home or not.
I know. I love it. I love it.
It-
I think that's the reason why we've been able to stay together for so long too, though, and why there's no reason why we couldn't stay together for years to come because it just really I work in your life.
yes.
And yes, no matter where you are, you have access to me, and I think that's part of the great thing about our Age-Defy in general. So when I say hobbies, I want to talk about ranching and horse riding. I want to talk about that. So I want you to tell me more about that part of your life and how long you've been doing that. Just tell the story of you being a
Okay.
rancher.
Okay. Well, I have 4 horses and they're right here at my house. So that keeps me busy as well. Um, I've been riding since a kid. And for the last 14 years, I load up the horses and I head to Oregon and stay at this ranch for 4 to 6 weeks. So I love that. The lessons I've been taking this winter twice a week has been dressage. So it's a total different, you know, discipline, but I mean, it's all learning. I love to learn new stuff, and it's all helping my horses and my body and getting more balanced. It's helping my horses, and we're just totally improving. But I love to get away from the chaos of just not that I'm in Denver, but just to go out to a ranch and your cell phone hardly works, and it's just really nice to disconnect. And the first year was stressful because I thought, oh, I should have brought some projects. What am I going to do all afternoon? And then it's like, take a nap. You got up at 4 o'clock this morning. So I really love to go out there and unwind. And I just get into that mode on day one now. So it's
Right.
been
Um,
great.
what brought you to Age-Defy? Like, why did you get started? I can't really
Well,
remember.
it was Rachel. She was working on my horses and she told me about you, and you're the only person that could help her hips. And she couldn't believe you had 2 hip replacements. And I thought, oh, well, I'll give it a try. So, I mean, before I committed, I was using my little broomstick and all that kind of stuff. And then I don't know, I think we really connected. And my biggest concern, because what I did before was CrossFit or boot camp, I thought I'm going to lose this muscle. And I mean, I know you've lengthened me and defined my muscles more, and this is all with 5 and 8 pound weights. So I'm very happy and I'm not sore. So
But
it's
now
all
we're
like,
kicking up a notch, and now we're using a 20-pound weight in some of our
yes.
workouts, online workouts, and that's the whole process, right? So, when you came to me, were we working? I know you had a shoulder thing at one point, right? Did you have a
Well,
shoulder
at one
issue?
point I had some joint pain that just came up like that, and you totally got me through that.
I
That
remember
was,
that.
yeah, because I had to lift my hand up to turn the light switch on. I had no range of motion.
I totally remember that. And I found that class again, that one that was like
Oh,
stress relief
yeah.
for joint pain. I found it. It's back online again, just so you know.
Okay.
Because Heidi,
Okay.
after that workout, I'm going to tell that story really quick
Okay.
so Heidi reached out, emailed me and said, I can't come to class today. Everything hurts and I just can't do it. And I said, oh, please just come to class. Let me just see what I can do. And we did the class together and you said you felt so much better. And then you wrote me another email and said, please don't ever take that class down online. Always have it available to me so I can always return to it. And then you had to go to an event a while back, right? A little bit after that class. And I told you to come home and do that class after the event and you would feel better the next day, or you wouldn't have whatever, because you were going to
Oh,
eat some
yeah.
food or something, right? That
I
was
was
going to
going to
trigger
have
you.
sugar. Yeah,
Yes,
I wanted to have
sugar.
dessert. And you said, just do that.
Yep. And it will combat it. And it worked, right? For you?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was great.
I think that's another reason what keeps us together, these little things. But now what's going on with you now? Nothing. You're just,
Nothing. I feel great. I mean, it's amazing because usually when I'm in my chair for 3 months, I'm all hunched over and just stiff. But I feel so great because I've continually done your classes, not as many as I'd like to during tax time, but
yeah, but let's
yeah.
talk about that. I mean, how many classes recently have you how many live classes do you come to a week, every week?
Tax time, 4 or 5.
4 or 5. And then on your, when it's not tax time, it's pretty much almost all 8, except for I got to get you back in a cycle again.
I know. And I'm not a night person. I really want to do your Wednesday night stuff, but
I know that I'm not a night person either. Wednesday night classes, I'm like, oh, I like our morning classes, but I know I need, there's other people out there that want nights. So, let's see. So do you like the online videos or the live classes better? I mean, what do you prefer?
well, I prefer the live classes. They're good times. And I think I push myself harder. I don't know. I like it scheduled because, every day I think, okay, I'm going to get up and maybe at 7 o'clock, I'm going to do my strong class. Well, things get in the way and I'm not really committed, but the live classes, I'm going to be there no matter what.
So it's the accountability, it's the community,
Yeah.
it's showing up not just for yourself, but you're showing up for me, you're showing up for all the people that are coming to the classes that you're used to seeing, right? Like it really helps. It's just that power of community. I think the live classes are so great, but I think it's the community that I just love so much.
Right.
I love about the live classes for sure.
Yeah. And the other thing too, when I'm on demand and maybe the phone rings, I'll put it on pause. So I'm not committed that every single minute of that class.
Right, right. But when you go off on your summer breaks and you only have online videos, there's a better commitment then too, right?
Oh,
Don't you think?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you really need the online videos, you can be committed to a program, especially if the live classes are not available to you. So like when I go out of town on August, because I take a live class break, you do that program, right? The online videos, and you do it pretty
Yes.
religiously. Yes. So I think it is it's easier to get distracted when you do so many live classes and your online workouts are a little bit of sugar on top, right? But when they are necessary, then you can be committed and that phone ringing will not pull you away from it. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Do you like
totally.
following the programs that I create for you guys, or do you like to
Oh,
pick out your own videos?
I love, like last year you took June off the month you moved, and that was the year I was at the ranch. So you gave me 4 workouts a week, and I committed to them. So I'm hoping you would do that again, because I'm afraid if I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pick 4 on-demand classes. Well, it's not the same if you give me an assignment,
So you do like following the programs. You like
Yes.
having this on this day I'm supposed to do this, and on this day I'm supposed to do this.
Yes.
Okay. And I think everyone is different. Sometimes it's just they want to just throw a dart at the board and pick whatever class they want to take. But I love building programs, and of course I will always build your summer program for you. I can't wait to put it together. So let's see here. What are your favorite Age-Defy workouts?
Okay. I always start with the sculpt flow. I mean, I love that. The yoga sculpt. And then I'll do bar, and I'm like, this is my favorite. And that one really is for when I ride, because it really opens my hips and I know I'm tight. So, but even this morning, I think when we do these, what do you call them? Curtsies, we're stretching our hips in so many of the classes. And then
in
I'll
so
do
many ways.
Yeah. Then I'll do step, and I'm like, this is really fun. Even though I'm all over the place. But so it's hard to say. And then I love mobility flow, just to really stretch my body. So I guess every day I change.
Which is what I want you guys to do. That's the whole idea. New movement, new results, right? Never getting used to a movement, or getting even used to me, right? Like I want to keep us on our toes always. I want to have you experience something new in every class. Do you think that I do a good job at that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how you mix it up. And I don't know if you just come into class with a slight plan and then just do what your body wants to do and create the class. I mean, it seems like you do that. I mean, you have some intentions, but then we do so many different moves.
I have intentions, or I have like an idea of what I want to do, and then I make a playlist, right? Well, not all the time, but most times I make a playlist, and that playlist I'll know kind of where the energy is going to go, and then it really depends on who shows up. So whoever's in that live class, I'm teaching. Like when you show up, I'm teaching to your energy. I'm teaching to the energy that you guys are giving back to me. Even though we're not together inside the studio, I can see your arms moving. I can see that we're flowing together, and from there I teach to that, right? And somehow, some way, I make up these moves, but I follow what feels good in my body, just like I ask you guys to do. Chase the feel good, right? And then basically all I'm telling you is what I'm feeling. That's how I'm telling you to move. Like, so yeah, it's never planned fully, but I have an idea and I teach the people who show up. It's you guys that inspire me the most, for sure. But it's just like everything. I have a vault filled with movement, right? And I pull from that vault when I need it. And it's just like when I teach you in every class, you're filling your vault and you get a pull from your vault when you need it the most in all my classes. And that's how you start to kind of be able to follow me in every direction, no matter where I go or what the speed is, right?
Right.
Do you think that has been building along the way for you?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. When you first started, was it awkward moving the way we move in Age-Defy?
Totally. Yeah.
And what did you think?
The lymphatic stuff, I thought, this is so weird, but that worked a lot, especially with my joint pain. And then when I had COVID, that totally helped me. So I don't think it's weird anymore.
Yeah. So when we started lymphatic, you came from CrossFit doing hardcore workouts, and I'm telling you just to massage your jaw.
Yeah. What workout is this? But, it worked.
I love it. I love it. So that's why I want to do the podcast, because, somebody could try an online video, don't know anything about what I do, try one video and do a lymphatic workout and think, what is this? And Age-Defy is more than one workout. So I wanted to spread the story. I wanted to tell the story of people like you who have given it a chance, even though it was awkward, even though it was kind of weird in the beginning. 2 years later, you're so thankful that you stuck with it, right? Especially since you use that lymphatic health to get out of joint pain, to get over COVID, get through COVID. I mean, I love that this has come up because I think the lymphatic health is so important. And it's not in the fitness world. No one's taking the time out of their running 5 miles, lifting weights and doing anything. They're not stopping to take care of their lymphatic system. And we are. But people just brand new could find that weird. For sure.
Yes.
So when you first started, were you, I mean, how long did it take maybe for you to get used to me and used to the Age-Defy way?
I would say less than a month. I mean, once I, got through kind of the weirdness and, it's okay to move your body that you haven't moved that way since you were a kid. I mean, it was like, why don't we move our bodies? Why do we have to be old? So I don't think it took me long.
And what do you think about levels, like fitness levels? Do you think people of all fitness levels could come into these classes and make their way if they,
absolutely.
no matter
Yes.
what, no matter their
Yeah.
limitation, no matter their age, young or
Yeah.
old, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, because you initially kind of advertised it for people over 40. And then I remember there was one young girl, early 20s, with a broken foot, and you had her still moving. And yeah, I think anybody can join in.
And I kind of lost my way on that one. So I'll just ask you the next question so I can keep us online. What have you learned the most from your Age-Defy experience?
Well, the best part is you can work out at home. You don't have that driving time. I feel like I've, not only, kept my muscles, but I've elongated. Like even Rachel was here a couple weeks ago and she's like, you just look so much taller. And so it's just, I don't know, it's just benefiting me. It's helping me ride. I'm getting way more balanced. I'm sure my horses appreciate it. I don't know. It's fun.
So do you think that the posture training workouts with the resistance bands have helped you stand taller and helped with,
absolutely. Yes.
yeah. And does it help you with your everyday life other than just with your horses too? Just do you find yourself kind of working your posture in your kitchen? Do you find yourself yeah, it's become part of your daily life, right?
Right. And, if I go for a little walk with the neighbors, I mean, I'm just paying attention.
I love it. I love it. Being aware, feeling your feet on the ground, working your posture. I love it. So I think that's what you've learned the most is that you've taken what you've learned in the workouts and you've applied them in your everyday life movements. And that's what I say all the time. We learn it in movement to live it in life, and you're living it in life, and that's awesome. If we were to come back and do another podcast, and let's say a year, okay, it'll go fast. What bodybuilding goals do you hope to reach by this time next year? Or do you have a pose that you want that we work towards?
One of my hardest things that I struggle with is when you rock up and stand on your feet. And we don't do it a lot, but I just can never do it without helping my hand, using my hand to get up. Another thing, I have really short arms. So when you take that stick over your feet and under your legs, I mean, I just can't get there. And I thought there's got to be a way I can do this someday.
Absolutely, there is. And it's funny because you're planting that seed. Watch all of this start coming up in our classes over the next week or two.
Okay.
So, the roll up and stand, it's so important that we can do that. And I need to bring it back. I hesitate because it's so advanced. And I hesitate for people to try it without me in a live class, right? So, I think it needs to come back because I do think if you say you can't do something, this is the Age-Defy way. We have to practice what we cannot do so that we can one day do it. And that's our bodybuilding goals. So this is on record now. It's my goal to have you be able to do those two things. It will still be hard, but you'll do them with ease by the time we do another episode. I'm excited.
Okay.
We're going to make it happen. Okay, so this one is, what does Uwe mean to you?
Pretty much just stay balanced, because you're always saying not too little, not too much. So just kind of stay in the middle.
Right. Don't try too hard, but also don't sit out, right? Like if you can't do the stick over under the feet, right? You don't force it and hurt yourself or make it happen, but you also don't sit out just because you can't do it right now. You have to just keep trying, right? And that is that way, really, I think. Do you think it shows up in your everyday life?
Oh, yeah, totally.
How?
If I, especially like with stress, it's like, why do you even stress about that? That is so, immaterial. So I think I do. And it's made me realize that I need to, continue this year during tax time. I did write a couple days a week, which is unheard of. And I didn't feel guilty
Good.
that, okay, the
Yes.
work's going to get done.
Yes, it's showing up in your life. I love it. I love that I was able to sit down and talk to you about all this stuff and to know this, that Uwe and that the Age-Defy practice is following you after we get done with our classes, right? That it's part of your everyday life and it's making a difference. And that is what gives me the fuel to keep doing Age-Defy and keep doing this and keep building this community. If you were to give any advice to someone, let's just say they watch this podcast and they sign up and they're like, you know what, I can come to one live class a week and I can do one video a week. What advice would you give them when they just start?
I would say mix it up. Don't just do bar, don't just do the yoga sculpt. You have so much to offer and it all kind of overlaps into the other classes. So I would just say mix it up and see which ones you're having fun with.
So just try all classes no matter what. It doesn't matter your fitness level, your age, or your injury or anything. You just try the classes and do them as much as you can and see what sticks, see what you like the most.
Yeah.
And chase that feel good. I say a lot of things. Do you have a favorite saying of mine? Like, the move young, live young, the new movement, new results.
Yeah. I guess mine would be the Uwe, not too little, not too much, because you can probably tell I'm a personality and I want results, immediately. And it's like I'm on a long, road to this, getting, physically fit. So I don't have to do that roll up tomorrow. I'm fine with it.
Right. We don't have to do it tomorrow, but what if you get it on April 21st next year? What if we work on it all year and all of a sudden you can do it on April 21st? I mean, you'll be so happy that you stuck with it. And that's the problem. People don't get to that point because they kind of quit because the process isn't immediate. And we do need to settle into the fact that we Age-Defy for a lifetime. And every time we just keep filling our vaults and we go a little deeper and deeper into the practice. And we keep practicing what we can't do because when that day comes that you can do it, it's like one of the most exciting things, right? Right. Is there something that you have done that you couldn't, can you think of anything right now that you have overcome in movement? Like something that you couldn't do and you can now do? Oh, like how's dancer pose for you? Crow pose?
Dancer's good. Crow I still struggle with, but I love how you're breaking it down. That's another one. I'm going to get there and that one's going to be soon.
Yes, I cannot wait. We have Crow on the schedule like this week or next week. So okay. I can't wait. Well, Heidi, thank you so much for spending this time with me and telling your Age-Defy love story. I think it's going to help. I just want to help people new kind of feel comfortable coming into our community. And you definitely helped me do that. So thank you.
And thank you for all you've done for me. I feel wonderful.
Oh, Heidi,
thank you. I don't feel 58.
Well, yeah. And yes, listen, your energy levels and the way you move and all that stuff and the way you present yourself is not what I thought of 58 either, right? So I hope that in 10 years, I am feeling good and looking good and have as much energy as you do. I hope that, that's the whole idea is that like, let's inspire the people younger than us that life is still good as we age. And you're definitely one of those people that is doing it for all of us. So thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, hun.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.